Hi, this is George Smith, Big About to Bold, the Mindset for Success. Today I want to talk to you about two concepts. One is what are you going to fight for? The other one is what you're going to let go of. So, often in life we are at the mercy of our unconscious mind. I talk about this all the time, of course. We're at the mercy of our unconscious mind, and more importantly, we're at the mercy of the unconscious mind's manipulation over us through our emotional state. So, we find something really tough in life, maybe we're finding something a real challenge, and everything in us wants to give up. But it might not be the right thing to do. The right thing to do might be to stand up, put up your dukes, and fight for it. Sometimes we have to really fight for those things that are good for us. It sounds like we shouldn't have to fight. It feels like sometimes that if it was good for me, of course, I would be doing it, or it would be happening, or whatever it might be. We can play tricks on ourselves and say, well, if this was the right thing for me, I'd be finding it easy. I'd be finding it more enjoyable. It would be easier. It would be happening to me. You know, the universe would be in alignment and it would be giving me all this amazing. No, it doesn't work like that. Most of the time, you have to really fight for what you want. Now, when I say fight, you don't want to come in this all negative and everything else. You just want to stand there and say, you know what, this is what I want and I'm willing to fight for it. However, sometimes it is the right thing to let stuff go. The trouble is, again, your mind will manipulate you. You see, imagine you're undertaking a training regime. And you're finding it really grueling and you find it really tough and your brain is starting to say to you or release the feelings that kind of say to you, let's give up, let's go back to how we were, it's not worth it. And then you stop, you say, you know what, I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to worry about my fitness or my health at the moment, I'm going to let it go. Expect to feel amazing about that choice. Expect to feel really positive about that choice. However, it could all be a manipulation. It might be true, it may be the right thing to let go, it may be the right thing to fight. But your unconscious manipulation, I promise you, doesn't always know what's best for you. It's looking for the short-term gain. It's looking to remove that short-term pain. Sometimes what we want out of life causes us a bit of short-term pain, but it gives us that long-term gain. And what I want you to really think about in your life now is, when do I need to fight and when do I need to let things go? When do I need to step back and say, you know what, the right thing is to let this go and put my energy and my focus and my time and my money and my resources into something else? And when is it time to knuckle down, to put up your dukes, to fight for what you want? My main message here isn't to give you any particular formula, it's just to let you know, don't think you can always trust your emotional state. Don't think you can always trust your feelings. Your feelings are sometimes described by people as your signposts. And I flippantly say they are, but they're signposts that have been laid down by an idiot. Your unconscious mind, remember, is young, it's innocent. It's only about 2 to 5 years old at max. Our fear responses are only 2 years old in terms of intelligence. So of course, a 2-year-old doesn't know what's best for us. It's just trying to give us an immediate result right now. The 2-year-old in our brain says, eat all the cake you want right now. The adult in us says, you know what, there's a price that I'm going to have to pay long term for that I'm not willing to pay. And it's the adult that says, why would I eat cake all day long? This makes sense. It's the child within us, the unconscious mind, that would sit there and say to us, you know what, don't work today, take the day off, don't make those difficult phone calls. Why would you make life hard for yourself? Why would you put yourself through it? It's the adult that says, you know what, we need to do this, this is the right thing to do, it's going to cause us more problems if we don't. So we need to be a lot more adult and a lot less child. The emotions that we have, the unconscious mind releasing those emotions, are what make life amazing. It's what gives us our technicolor experience of life, how we feel about life. However, they are manipulations. And this is my core message that I spend my whole time talking about. The unconscious manipulates us through these chemical responses that we would call feelings. We have to cognitively, consciously, with the smartest part of what we are, we have to work through the facts and work through what's best for us. We are smart. We are way smarter than the unconscious mind, and actually we know what's best for us. The unconscious mind, however, has its hands on all the controls and can manipulate us through all of our emotional states. Coming back to eating, for example. The unconscious mind says, eat lots of chocolate, eat lots of sugar. And the adult mind in us, the conscious mind, turns around and says, no, that's not good for us. But then the emotions are saying, eat it, and now we're in that conflict, we're in that battle. So, we can't always trust our emotional state. In fact, rarely do I trust my emotional state. You want to think your way through your decision process. You want to cognitively work your way through life. What's the best decision to make? Do I fight or do I let it go? Once you make your decision, expect your unconscious mind to play all kinds of tricks on you, and you're going to feel all kinds of different things. You may feel relief, and that may be fine, or you may feel relief, and actually that's a manipulation, and it's trying to get you to stop something that you should fight for. Maybe you fight for something but your emotional state is saying fight, 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 but actually maybe the right thing to do is to let that go. Maybe the right thing to do is to release that and to put your energy into something else. So I'm going backwards and forwards between these two things. What are you going to fight for? What are you going to let go? It sounds so simple, but I tell you now, it's one of the hardest decisions we can make as entrepreneurs. It could be about letting go of a product range or a service range. It could be about even letting go of a business and putting our energy into a new business. It could be about sticking with that employee that isn't really delivering, or letting that employee go. Do I stay with that employee? Do I commit to that employee to make them the best person I can, to get them to function and to perform the way I need them to? Or do I let them go and start with someone else? You know what? Maybe you make those decisions easy. A lot of entrepreneurs find that decision-making process very, very difficult. The reason it's difficult is because the emotions playing tricks on us. You should do this, I should do this, you should do this, I should do this. We want to think our way through it, make our own decisions based on the best information we can have, and then commit to those decisions, and then we have to pick our way through the emotions that follow. If our brain starts to manipulate us back to a different route that's not right for us, we have to work on that. We have to keep making sure that our unconscious mind understands why we're going down the new path. Or if it's still trying to get us to leave the current path and we've decided to commit to that path, we have to keep communicating to our own unconscious minds about why it's the right thing to do to stay on this current path. Don't accept this tension that exists within us. Don't accept that you're feeling stressed or frustrated. Work out what it is you need to do from all the best information you can. Commit to it and then work through the emotional response that comes from that. If you're not having a positive experience, you need to get in and start influencing the systems that are already manipulating you so that you have the experience of business and life that you want to have. I hope that helps. Until next time, be successful.